Now before you look at this, you should have done the exercise where you pick a number between 15 and 25. You do this in your head. Just pick a number between 15 and 25. That's your first number. Then pick a number between 3 and 7. That's your second number. And then I gave you a rule which said that you're going to, for any number that you have, you're going to get the next number by adding that second number that you chose, the number between 3 and 7. So that's the first part of your rule. For any number, you add the same number, which is the number that you chose second. And then the second part of the rule is you start with the first number that you chose. Okay, so you start with the first number, and you then get, at every step, you get the next number by adding the second number. Now you then obviously get a sequence of numbers. You start with the first number, add the second, and that's your next number. Now that's the number you have, you add the second number, you get another number. And you keep adding the same number, and obviously you're going to get a linear pattern here. A pattern which, if you graphed it, would give you a straight line. This is how we express that sort of thing formally. an plus 1 equals an plus m. N is your counter. Okay, so an is the number you have at step number n. An plus 1 is the number you have at step n plus 1. How do you get from the number you have at step n to the number at the next step? You add the same number each time. Then you can do this. Okay, m is just the second number you chose, in other words. When you have a number, you get the next number by adding m. The first number, a1, is 5. That gives you a starting point. So that if you had chosen 5 as your, I'm sorry, that's not 5, that's s. a1 equals s. My s looks so much like a 5, especially this one, that it's a little hard to distinguish. Okay, and s stands for starting number. So a1 gives us a starting number, and next number equals present number plus m, tells us how to go from one number to the next. So for example, if we have a1 equals 17 and m equals 6, we can apply the rule as follows. For n equals 1, we're going to have 1 here. So we're going to have 1 plus 1, we're going to have 1 here. So we're going to have a1 plus 1 equals a1 plus m. 1 plus 1 is 2, so this tells us a2 equals a1 plus m. So as a result, a2 equals a1, which is 17, plus m, which is 6, which is 23. So just by doing a substitution and following the rules, we see that we can get the next number in the sequence. Obviously, if we start with 17 and keep adding 6, the next number we're going to get is 23, and the next one's going to be 29, right? Now you got to pay close attention to this process because it isn't always this simple. The substitution is always simple, but the rule up here is not always this simple. Okay? Well, if we substitute n equals 2, we're going to get a2 plus 1 equals a2 plus m, which means, since 2 plus 1 equals 3, that a3 equals a2 plus m. Okay, well a2 we saw up here was 23, so that's going to be 23 plus m is 6. Plus m means plus 6. So that 23 plus 6 gives us 29, which is our third number.